Hey there and welcome back to the Ocean Confidence course. So in this video today I'm going to be sharing 5 basic breath hold tips with you that is going to allow you to make the most out of your breath hold journey and really start getting comfortable with your breath holds and experiencing that progression as you get comfortable. So take note of these 5 tips. They have helped me personally in my breath hold journey, and every single student that I have shared these tips with has incorporated these tips into their breath hold journey, and the results have been truly amazing. Breath hold tip number 1. Relax as much as possible in your breath hold. The more that you relax during your breath hold, the longer you will actually be able to hold your breath. Any kind of physical movement during your breath hold is going to increase your heart rate, which is going to increase your oxygen consumption rate. So the less you move, the more you relax, the longer you'll be able to hold your breath, and the easier your breath hold will actually be. If you incorporate movements into breath holds, such as the dynamic breath holds, you utilizing your muscles is going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide that is released. And when it comes to CO2 tolerance training, that is exactly what we want to achieve. But when it comes to static breath holds, you want to try and relax as much as possible so that that onset and buildup of carbon dioxide takes longer, and you also take longer to use up your oxygen reserves in your body. So simple tip, relax as much as possible. Relax both your body and your mind as much as possible. Breath hold tip number 2, swallowing. So when you're taking that big breath in, holding your breath and swallow. What that swallowing action does is it compresses the breath down into your lungs and into your thoracic region and diaphragmatic region, and it takes away the pressure from that breath that is in your neck and in your head. As with breath hold tip number 1, you want to relax as much as possible. So if you have got a lot of pressure in your neck and in your head from that breath, it is a lot more difficult to relax completely. So by swallowing, we lock that breath in, and we stop that breath from being able to escape out of our mouth or out of our breathing channels. And then we also take away the pressure from that breath, and from holding that breath in, we take away any of the pressure in our neck and in our head region. And I have done multiple tests with multiple students with the swallow action, and it is truly amazing. Just by swallowing, you can actually add 10 to 20 seconds on most of your breath hold times. So just that swallowing action is going to allow you to relax more. It is going to allow you to prolong your breath hold time, and it is going to remove that pressure from your neck and from your head region. Breath hold tip number 3, count nice and slowly in your mind when going through your breath holds. So this is a little psychological trick that you can play on your mind and on your body when going through your breath holds. And this has been a breath hold tip that I have used for myself as well as with all of my students, and it has been really amazing to see how long they can actually hold their breaths when they count slowly inside their minds. So what I do when I go and hold my breath, holding my breath, I relax as much as possible, relaxing my entire body. And for the first 10 to 30 seconds, roughly the first 10 to 30 seconds, I do not count at all. I just do a little check-in what is actually going on in my body. So my eyes are closed, and I take my focus to different points in my body and just completely relax. Just checking in with my body, doing an overall body scan, and just relaxing and realizing that my body is safe, comfortable and calm and completely relaxed here. After roughly 20 to 30 seconds, I start counting slowly in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I make each count roughly 2 seconds. So if you count to 5, it is basically 10 seconds. If you count to 30, 1 minute. If you count to 1 minute, then it is going to end up being 2 minutes. And by doing this, you're tricking your mind with a little psychological trick, and you are making that count nice and slow. So when you are holding your breath and you've only counted to 30, you think that you've only managed to hold your breath for 30 seconds, when in actual fact you've held your breath for over a minute. And you know that from doing your baselines that you're able to hold your breath for longer than 1 minute. So this little trick is going to help you really start pushing and progressing in your breath hold times just by counting slowly. So when you hold your breath, first just do a body scan, do a check-in, and allow yourself and give yourself permission to relax 100%, relaxing both your body and your mind. Once you're feeling completely relaxed in that breath hold, start counting nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just keep counting as you go through those different parts of the breath hold. You'll be amazed that you think you've only held your breath for 60 seconds or 90 seconds, and you come up and you breathe in and out and you check your stopwatch and you have actually held your breath for over 2 minutes or even 3 minutes. So that is the breath hold tip number 3. Do that body check-in, give yourself permission to relax, and then count nice and slowly in your mind. Breath hold tip number 4, keep a calm, clear mind when practicing breath holds. When you're holding your breath, most of the oxygen available in your breath and in your body and in your blood is going to go towards your vital organs and your brain. So if you're holding your breath and you have a very busy mind, thinking 1,000 thoughts at once, you are increasing your brain activity, which is going to increase your oxygen consumption rate. So just by slowing down your thoughts and calming your mind, you're going to improve your oxygen consumption rate. A nice calm mind means a slower oxygen consumption rate. Busy mind, lots of thoughts, you're going to use up your oxygen much faster. So a simple way to calm your mind and have a single point of focus is to go and count nice and slowly in your head when you're going through that breath hold. If you find that counting doesn't work for you, then just try and find a single point of focus, something that has got nice happy associations to it, something that has got a nice calming thought, perhaps a waterfall or a gentle wave breaking in slow motion, or the feel of the sun on your body. Something simple, something that you do not need to think a lot about, but something that has got a good positive connotation to it, so that when you are concentrating on it and focusing on it, you are able to relax and feel good at the same time. So that is breath hold tip number 4. Try and keep a nice calm mind with a single point of focus, either counting nice and slowly in your mind, or having something to focus on in your mind that has got a positive connotation and that is going to make you feel good while you're going through your breath hold. So just keep your mind as calm as possible, as little thoughts as possible, so that you can make sure you do not use up your oxygen reserves too quickly. Breath hold tip number 5, play music while you're going through your breath hold practice. So I always find it much easier to go and try for longer breath holds when I have got a piece of music playing, a song that I really enjoy, or a song that really inspires me and motivates me. And this is quite different when it comes to your static and your dynamic breath holds. During the static breath holds, I like to listen to nice, calm, relaxed music, which really just allows me to just relax my entire body as much as possible and just let my mind drift and focus on that music and not so much focus on my body. So that calm, relaxed music really helps with the static breath holds. When it comes to the more hardcore surf specific breath holds, the dynamic breath holds, where you are engaging a lot of your muscles, you're in that plank position, you're in that push-up position, then I always find it much easier to listen to a more upbeat kind of gym motivation music that really gets me going and allows me to really step into my pure power and push harder than what I would usually push if I was listening to a nice, calm, relaxing piece of music. So this is just about finding out what works for you and whether you enjoy listening to music or not when you are going through your breath hold practice. So go and experiment, do a few breath holds, a few static breath holds without any music, and then go and practice the static breath holds with a nice, calm, relaxing piece of music. And then likewise do the same with the dynamic breath holds. So go and do the dynamic breath holds without any music, and then go and find an uplifting, motivational piece of music that really gets you pumped, and play that when you are doing a type of dynamic breath hold, and compare the times and see what works best for you. So those are the 5 basic breath hold tips that you can use moving forward in your breath hold journey and in your surf specific breathwork journey. Over the duration of the next few months, I'm going to keep on adding more tips for you that is going to really allow you to start tapping into that true power and potential of your own human breath. So use these tips wisely, have fun, stay stoked, and breathe deep.